We're paying $40 to borrow $10,000, and the seller that does $20 million in sales per year says that is the secret sauce to Amazon wholesale. As you saw in the title of this video, we're going to be covering 5 tips for Amazon wholesale. These are 5 of the most impactful and influential lessons that I could share with you from my journey. And if you're new here, my name is Mark. I own and operate a multiple 7-figure a year Amazon wholesale business. And make sure you stick around till the end, because when I implemented tip number 5 in my business grew 50%. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. 1. Use credit cards to get additional funding in your business and help your cash flow. If you've sold on Amazon for any amount of time, you understand that Amazon is slow money. You have to buy the inventory, then you have to ship it to yourself and prep it, then it has to be shipped to Amazon FBA, you have to sell it, then 2 weeks later the money shows up in your bank account, meaning cash can be tied up for a long time. And with Amazon wholesale, it's going to be a serious amount of cash if you really want to have good inventory in stock. This can cause 2 constraints in your business: funding and cash flow. Credit cards can help with both of these constraints because you get additional funding to deploy into inventory, and now your payment is deferred by 30 to 60 days depending on the card. And not every supplier is going to accept credit card payments, but the ones that don't, the ones that only accept cash, we can pay them using a service called Melio. I'm not affiliated with Melio, but I've been a long-time customer, and you can use them to ACH people with your credit card balance, meaning you pay them from your credit card balance and they receive cold hard cash. You do have to pay Melio a 2.9% fee though, which on a serious purchase order is a lot of money. How do we get around this? You get cash back from business credit cards, oftentimes 2%. So the net fee that you're paying is only 0.9%. And in my business, I have a card that gives us 2.5% cash back on purchases above $5,000. So my net fee for borrowing money from my credit card is 0.4%. That means we're paying $40 to borrow $10,000 for 30 days or more. And if your supplier does accept credit card payments, the math is the same. They oftentimes charge 2.9 to 3%. And if they don't charge a credit card fee, you need to spend as much money as humanly possible with that supplier and enjoy all the benefits of being an entrepreneur and free cash back. And with that being said, a quick disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor, and also do not take out any debt into your business if you can't account for every single dollar in your business. If you don't know where every single dollar is going, where all your expenses are, how much money you're making exactly on all of your products, don't take out any debt, because when interest gets involved, oftentimes people are making less money than they really believe. I have not paid a single penny in credit card interest mainly because we have business credit cards where we have to pay the entire balance before the end of the month. But if you cannot account for every single dollar in your business, do not use this tip. Get some good accounting, get a bookkeeper, then deploy capital from credit cards into your business to help you with cash flow and to help you with funding. Tip number 2. Never introduce yourself as an Amazon seller when reaching out to a new supplier. I remember at one trade show meeting a supplier and hitting it off with them so well that eventually I was in the back of their booth, sitting with my legs crossed, flipping through this catalog of a manufacturer's products that they carry, and this distributor is talking to me, and eventually the sales rep says, "Man, I'm sick of all these Amazon sellers at this trade show." He says, "Come get your 1-2 cases and get out of here." He tells this to me as an Amazon seller flipping through this manufacturer's catalog, sitting in the back of his booth. And that's because I know how to introduce myself and position myself correctly. There's just a general negative connotation around Amazon sellers in the distribution and supplier world because most Amazon sellers are not serious entrepreneurs. When they give a verbal commitment, they don't commit to buying that inventory. They oftentimes don't buy a lot of inventory. Whenever Amazon screws them and takes a listing, they try to return inventory, which is a big no-no in being a serious entrepreneur. And overall, they're just not the best customers to work with. That's why you don't want to say the words Amazon seller in the very first sentence you say to a new supplier you want to work with. Many Amazon sellers, when starting their business, reach out to companies and say, "Hi, I'm an Amazon seller. I want to buy your inventory." People are waiting to hear the word Amazon so they can tell you, "We do not sell to Amazon sellers." You want to position yourself in a way like my introduction is, "Hi, my name is Mark. I'm a buyer here at XYZ company. We're a grocery wholesaler. I want to buy XYZ brands. Who can I speak to about that?" And of course, there are variations to this intro. I'm going to make a full video breaking down exactly how to reach out to new suppliers, and you should never lie. You cannot build a relationship, especially a business relationship, on a lie. If someone asks where do you sell, just say you sell to retailers and you have an online presence. If they ask more, say we sell through our website, which if you don't, then don't say that. But we sell through our website and we sell on Amazon.com. If they say, why do you sell on Amazon? It's literally the biggest platform for e-commerce in the world. Why would we not sell on Amazon.com? That's how I frame it. Oftentimes, it's just they've had a bad experience. If they see you're a serious entrepreneur and do serious business, then really it's not an issue, but you don't want to introduce yourself as an Amazon seller. And being honest, in I would say 75 to 80% of my conversations, it does not even come up because I sound professional and I know exactly what I want to buy. And when it does come up, it's because they literally legally cannot sell to online retailers because of some obligation. And when that's the case, it is what it is. We move on to the next one. Tip number 3, Amazon wholesale is a relationship-based business, meaning my most profitable accounts today are the ones where I've invested the most in terms of developing a relationship with obviously my sales rep, but with multiple people at those companies, including the front desk people, the owners of the company, the warehouse manager, the buyers at the company. The more I've invested in these relationships, the more I get better pricing, the more information I have on what inventory is coming in, and the more notices I get of inventory I like coming in before other people. If I need an order shipped out that same day and I pay for it at noon, they're gonna do their best to ship it out that day, which with another customer that they don't have a relationship with, they might not put in that same effort to get it shipped out the same day. And relationships extends to every single person you come into contact with in your business. This includes your employees. If you take care of them, they will take care of you. This includes your bankers. If you build a relationship with them and they understand your needs financially, they can help you out with all of your banking needs. This includes, very importantly, truck drivers and truck dispatchers in your city. These are people that are literally responsible for taking your products from point A to point B safely. So whenever a truck driver comes in, greet them with a smile, say hi, ask how their day is doing, give them water, treat them well, and they will treat you well. Treat dispatchers over the phone well, and they will definitely treat you well. Last week, we had a shipment come in that was missing a pallet. It got delivered to a whole different state, but we got it sorted out, and it got delivered to my local terminal today at 11 a.m. Oftentimes, trucks have left by then, and it's gonna get delivered the next business day. But I call the terminal, I speak to the dispatcher, he knows me personally, and I say, it would really help us out if we could get this delivered the same day. And lo and behold, we got it delivered by 2 p.m. that day because I personally know the dispatcher and I personally know the driver. He calls me up all the time and says, hey, Mark, I'm coming to pick this up, or hey, I'm coming to drop this off. So relationships really help you out in business, and at the end of it all, you'll have a much more enjoyable time running your business and you'll make more money. Tip number 4, protect your Amazon account health at all costs, especially early on in your business. Obviously, I don't need to tell you your account health is one of the most crucial things that you protect in your business. You don't want to be sending fake products. You don't want to be sending the wrong product. You don't want to be getting IP complaints and selling on listings where the manufacturer is the only person selling that product. These are obvious things that you can do to protect your account health, but they're even more important in the early stages of your business. And I've heard an analogy that describes this pretty well, where your account health is like a baby that grows into an adult, and getting an account health violation like an IP complaint or an inauthentic complaint or a product condition complaint, these are like punches to the face. One punch to the face when you're a baby and you've only been selling on Amazon for 1 month, it might end your baby's life. But as your account grows and you get more sales history and more reviews on your account, you can take more punches to the face, figuratively speaking, meaning you can take more Amazon account health violations because they're a smaller percentage of your overall sales, and your Amazon account can take a lot more. That means in the beginning, it is very, very necessary that you protect your account at all costs, meaning you don't work with anyone shady, which you should never do, but you should never buy imported products at the beginning. Everything you buy, for the most part, should match UPC for UPC on the listing. It should be real US goods. It should be the exact same size. It should be from an authorized distributor or a manufacturer. You should know directly that they're buying from the manufacturer. And this is to ensure that your account's health is safe and that you can get ungated on all the brands that you're currently gated in as a new seller. This is my advice to new sellers, to stay on the straight and narrow path. Then when your account grows, you can take more calculated risks, like working with wholesalers who are not buying direct from the manufacturer. Maybe they're buying from another distributor. Maybe they're buying from overseas. You can take more of these risks as you grow, but in the beginning, protect your account health. Tip number 5, reordering is one of the most important systems in Amazon wholesale. I remember being at a restaurant in Miami and listening into this $20 million seller give advice to a $10 million seller. And the seller that does $20 million in sales per year says that reordering is the secret sauce to Amazon wholesale. And I implemented this right away. As soon as I came home from that trip, I built a custom inventory report that since that time has been filled out once a week by a virtual assistant, and it includes all of the metrics that you would need to stay in stock on all of your inventory, like how much inventory you have, how much you have coming to your warehouse, the cost of goods of all your inventory, how many you've sold in the past 7, 30, 90 days. All of this is included in our report, and just implementing that grew our business by 50% in just the following month. The month after, we grew by 50% due to implementing this and having a system for reordering inventory. And this is one of the biggest things you can implement in your business as a beginner Amazon wholesale seller to take you to an advanced Amazon wholesale seller and have your profit reflect this difference as well, is always having products on the shelf so that they can fly off the shelf. And the best feeling is when your competition runs out of inventory and your repricer takes your products to the max price and you're getting 100% of the buy box, and that is sweet. And you can't experience that if you don't have a system for reordering products in your business. And that's all for the video. If you've enjoyed this video or found any value in it, please like and subscribe. If you want to see anything in the future or have any questions about anything mentioned in this video, leave a comment down below and I'll definitely get to it. And see you in the next one.